Danette in Hinesville, Georgia. Hey, thanks for calling, Danette. What's up?
Hi, Tom. So a while ago, you were talking about the body cams creating a police state. And black people have lived in a police state since we were brought to this country. And all of the fears that the public is having about the NSA and about being monitored, we've lived that our entire time in this country.
Oh, sure. Look at what happened to Martin Luther King.
Well, not just Martin Luther King, but slaves were being monitored, where they couldn't read and they couldn't meet and they couldn't gather in more than groups of two and things like that, where 3 people constituted a riot or an uprising. And that's just been the history for black people in this country. And I'm about to say something that may to your listeners sound really mean, but welcome to the black experience. That's how we've lived. And I think that there are civil rights leaders and the head of the National Bar Association, who is an African-American woman, she is recommending body cameras. And it may not be the best solution, but I think that it's something that maybe will level the playing field.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not. Now, what I do like about what you were saying is that if the officers don't follow the rules of body cameras and have them on with every interaction, then the onus would have to be on them, and they would be made responsible. And if the state sided with the citizen, then maybe that also turns the table.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because
I absolutely do. I absolutely do. And if I can comment to your first point, Danette, I have been saying this for years, although particularly since the crash in 2008, although I don't say it often enough. I probably a lot of people have not heard me say it, but African Americans in this country have known unemployment. They have known the inability to get into college. They have known the inability, the difficulty getting a job, the difficulty, social mobility, all those things throughout the entire African American experience. And you don't have to go back to slavery. You can just go back to the last generation. In fact, you can look at this generation. It is when the economy got bad enough that it started hitting the white middle class. When Reaganomics started taking a bite out of the white middle class, that's when you had the Tea Party pop up. That's when you had populists pop up. That's when you had the political parties start taking it seriously. And I've been saying this all along. White people, welcome to the experience of black people in this country in a small way, but it's still impacting African Americans so much worse than white Americans.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And the other thing, I've not heard this so much on your show today, and I don't get an opportunity to watch or to listen to you because I homeschool my children, and it just so happens that my 9-year-old is going through a growth spurt and she's refusing to wake up. So I'm taking the opportunity to listen to you today. But people that are saying that Mike Brown got what he deserved, they're totally going against due process.
Yep.
Which is what which is what our country, whether we use it wisely or we use it in the right way all the time, it's founded on due process and
on the assumption of innocence.
Yeah. If he stole something, then he should have been arrested, not shot to death. I didn't know that theft, unarmed theft, was a capital offense.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Shoplifting, arguably. Yeah. It's not a capital offense, and even if it were a capital offense, it's not the job of a police officer to execute people on behalf of the state. And I agree, and I'm with you.
Thank you so much, Tom. And I also just want to commend you for the fact that you cover the breadth of what's going on in the country. You don't necessarily focus on one issue, but you focus on we the people, like you say, 5 days a week. For 3 hours a day. And I really appreciate the hard work and what it takes. And I hope that you and your wife and your staff take time to relax, because living with this on a daily basis, me being a black person with 2 males and a husband, I live in a stressful environment a lot. And so I know what it's like. I just hope that you guys can relax and have peace at the end of the day and not have to just be under stress and strain all the time. So
well, thank you
so much for what you do.
Thank you for your consideration. We find our moments here and there. We all have to. It's survival. But Danette, thank you very much. I appreciate your kind words.